Just imagine we woke up in paradise. Don't need magic. Let my thoughts just carry us home, home tonight. Future's golden. Don't let go, don't give it up. Just keep holding. Even when you've had enough, I will be your light. When you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Take you.
For me, I decided to be a part of a group, a physical group. I was in an online group that I felt like I was getting a decent amount out of, but I really wanted to join a physical group. And when I found Here for the Girls and went to my first meeting, I couldn't wait to be a calendar girl just to share my enthusiasm about this. You can have breast cancer and still survive and thrive. And I want young girls to know that it can stop you in your tracks, but you can absolutely continue your life and thrive.
We had to be committed in order to stay positive, because it was very hard to continue to do the things virtually when, you know, that's not the norm for the retreat and for other things. I want to be able to support other women to let them know they'll feel good. I want to advocate for them, to help them get knowledgeable on what resources are out there, like this organization Here for the Girls, and how they've supported me. And I have had the best support from my Chester Boobers. And I had family support, but it was not the same until you had someone that was beside you that told you that they felt the same way you did.
I would absolutely suggest to anybody going through this. I went through by myself with family, but by myself without a group for the first several years. And the first meeting I went to, there was such an instant connection with the other girls. And I found myself feeling lucky to have somebody else to talk to that went through what I went through and worse. I mean, a lot of them went through much worse than I went through. And I left that meeting feeling like I hadn't felt the entire cancer journey. So I would strongly suggest to any girl, anyone that I come across, and I will continue to suggest this amazing group.
I wanted to share my story, my struggle, and how I cope with everyday challenges. Well, I've only met people virtually, really, but I like the group. We joke, we laugh, and we get on the team and we just share life's experiences. And if I tell them a joke or what's going on, they already know the story and they can tell me, oh yeah, this happened to me too. And the group doesn't feel weird because everybody is going through the same thing, but different. So you're not gonna feel out of the water, really.
The first retreat I went to, I remember thinking to myself, there was no judgment. You know, there were ladies over here that were good friends. There were ladies over here that didn't know each other. They were dancing and nobody cared what anybody was wearing. We all had that common bond and we all loved each other regardless. We were all there for each other. And I really, really appreciated that and needed that.
It's a no judgment zone. And sometimes we talk about things, I'm like, oh, that's not normal. I thought that was normal. At least you would know so you don't feel out. You feel better to find something positive, at least in your life, I would say. If you don't have anything positive, joining the group is positive.
You know, there were ladies that were triple negative like myself, and they sat me down and said, you know, you're going to have 16 rounds of chemo, and the first one, this is what's going to happen, and the second one, and the third one. And I had a heads up and a warning of what to expect because nobody knows what to expect. It's all foreign territory.
The effects is less when your mind is prepared. So when you see things start happening, you're like, oh yeah, they remind me of that. That's no problem. I got this.
So I was 32 when I was diagnosed, and I think that's pretty young. So I didn't really know anyone that was around that age who had been diagnosed. So I was kind of feeling, I guess, kind of lonely and like I was the only one, even though I knew I wasn't the only one. So I think it's good to find other women that are young, and you get a lot of support, emotional support. It's helped me grow in all kinds of ways. And then also it helped me decide to move to a new area. So kind of starting over and knowing people that were in that area.
Yeah, I think the support is unconditional, which is unconditional and very understanding, which is sort of a revelation.
You just learn to bond in a way that you might not otherwise get to do. Like everyone's just so sweet and comforting, and like you can really feel the love, even though like we're all far away. Like you can still feel the love.
It's been a very different experience. I have been able to stop by virtually the Chester group, and I plan on doing that Thursday night. And that's been great because there isn't one near me.
Surprisingly, because we haven't had our in-person meetings, it still has been an amazing experience to get to know all of them better. We have a good time, I think. Even,
Yeah.
as we connect, we're always seem to be laughing and, just always there to pick each other's spirits up through everything that's going on in our world right now. We need, you need those group of friends. And I do feel like these are my, like Rita said, these are my best friends, right? Like when I need someone to talk to or cry in my wine or whatever, I know I can call any of them, one-on-one, or we can all get on a Zoom call together and support each other. And it's been fun. So
you don't need to worry, we're all going to be tired. But they came back with all kinds of information that just made me go, like I was a mess yesterday all day. Even after those messages, like my hormones are everywhere, I guess. I don't know. And just like Kathy's saying about like not having people around anymore, like I think I'm just lonely. Like, I used to have my family around and stuff, and even now, after Corona and everything, we're still not getting right back together. And it just, I think that was part of it too, just being lonely. And my kids just got back from their grandparents, and so we're just rolling with the punches. But it's so good to have that support from girls from a distance. Like I feel like they are some of my best friends. I talk to them, like I told Kristen the other day, I talk to these girls more than I talk to some of my best friends. And we don't think that we're bonding as much as we are, but it really does, like, to me, it feels like we have bonded a lot.
Oh my Lord, I'm gonna get tissues. I love you, Rita.
I love you.
It was very eye-opening for me to appreciate the sunrise every day, listen to the birds chirp. So many times we are so busy that we just don't stop or slow down to appreciate those things. So that was probably one of the first things that slowed me down. I used to be and I still am kind of a type A person. I was always stuck to a schedule. And so now I've realized I like to be a little bit more spontaneous, never passing up on an opportunity to do something fun. If I have the opportunity and the financial means to do it, I'm taking advantage of it and doing it while I can.
I don't have to have somebody to go with me to the beach. I enjoy my own company, but I love my friends and I love the connections that cancer made. I love the ladies I've met. I love the people that I've met through it and continue to meet. And I hope that continues just to propel an ability to be encouraging as much as possible.
I think the greatest and biggest thing with my diagnosis is openly talking to others who are just getting diagnosed, who don't know what to do, where to go, who to talk to, and just kind of sharing my experience with them. You know, they don't have to listen to other people. They need to talk to doctors, get second opinions, and make decisions for themselves.
It opened me up more spiritually. It made me aware of what's worth my time, what's not worth my time. So I'm very centered now, and every week I want to do something that makes me happy. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's sitting and eating ice cream or shopping or just sitting with friends. It just, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it. And I don't think I ever really lived like that before. It was definitely a scary time, but also a humbling experience. It's great to have a group of women that you can definitely connect with, that you can talk about anything and they get it. And I think it's amazing when I meet somebody for the first time with the organization. It doesn't even matter what their story is. They are connected to me, and I'm going to want to hug them and just be there for them. And right off the bat, I don't even need to know her name. We're just automatically connected.
But the first thing was really seeing the strong support group that we have around us. We moved to this area about 5 years ago, so most of our family is about 12 hours away. So, you know, after surgery, to have a good friend set up a meal train and to have meals delivered every other night for 6 weeks to our family was just amazing.
On days I can't find my positive, I have so many other women in our organization that will give me the positive, but also in all of our sisters. That's the positive.
I'm not good at asking for help or even accepting it when offered. And I didn't really have a choice going through this process. And it taught me that I can still be, a strong role model for my kids, but asking for help doesn't make me weak. It makes me stronger.
Yeah, 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 when you're low, I'll lead you home, chariot. Yeah.